Welcome inside another edition of Football 101, once again here at PhiladelphiaEagles.com. I'm Ross Tucker, former NFL journeyman offensive lineman. Now I do a bunch of gigs in the media, including hosting the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. And today we're talking about eligible receivers. What is or is not an eligible receiver? You hear that phrase thrown out all the time. Here's what you need to know. There can only ever be 5 eligible receivers on any given play. There's got to be 5 people that are ineligible, and there's got to be a quarterback, typically, obviously, throwing them the football. So the best game to illustrate this is really that Patriots game against the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC divisional round. So let's take a look, and the first thing you're going to look at, this is just your standard 3-by-1 formation. What does 3-by-1 mean? It means that you've got 3 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver to the top of the formation. The 5th eligible receiver is going to be Shane Vereen in the backfield there. And the key point here is that neither tackle is eligible on either side because they are covered up by the outside receiver. Now, I want to make sure I make that point. Neither tackle is eligible because they're covered up by the outside receiver on either side. Now, we'll watch the play fall out, but these are the type of formations you see all the time. Rob Gronkowski comes on a little deep dig route, makes one guy miss, breaks the tackle, and just generally does what Rob Gronkowski does. Now let's look at that drive when the Patriots really started to get funky with some of the things they did. When you look at it initially here, you think it's just a no-back set and that there's 3 receivers to the right and 2 receivers to the left. However, when you take a closer look, there's 2 important things to look at. Number 1, Shane Vereen is up on the line of scrimmage, and even though he has an eligible number, he reported as an ineligible player on this play. Then the guy that looks like he's the left tackle at the top of the screen on the offensive line, Michael Ho'omanuanui, number 47, for the New England Patriots. It looks like he's a left tackle, right? Well, look again. A, he's an eligible number, and B, both the receivers to that side are back off the ball. That allows Ho'omanuanui to be eligible. The Baltimore Ravens obviously had no idea what was going on. I still don't know why they didn't call a timeout at that point, but it really cost them on this drive and ultimately cost them the game, because they did not do a great job of identifying who was and who was not eligible. But now that we went through it, and you know the rules, you know about 5 and 5, you know about being covered up, not being covered up, the only other thing you have to do is listen to the officials when they say an eligible number is ineligible and vice versa, because that will give you the final clue that you need. Speaking of final clues, if you like this segment, if you want to learn more about football, if you want to be the smartest guy in the room, make sure you're checking out the other Football 101 segments at PhiladelphiaEagles.com.